Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys, giving you more of the meta. I'm going to be working once again out of the spread playbook. In particular, I've got a play that I stumbled onto in the lab. It's called the Motion Stutter Go out of the split formation, gun shotgun split formation that is really glitches out the defense and can give you some really good big chunk yardage off the sidelines, and it dumbs out the defensive back. So we'll be exploring that. You can actually look at one of my most recent video that I posted before this. That actually you could see this play in action. So I know it works online. I've used it against opponents in several situations. My opponent is using the Raiders, so that means the defensive line. Those guys are actually pretty good up front. And I'm actually going ahead and using these two formations with my offense, with the speed option as one of my base plays that I call. I actually, in my Patreon, I went ahead and switched things up a little bit. I got out of that. I actually turned it into an audible because I find that if I pick the speed option, I have a tendency to use it more, and there is a risk involved in it that you can actually go ahead and get a turnover or turn the ball over. So right there, I get a weird animation where I get an illegal man downfield. So as a result, I'm actually forced to go ahead and redo a play. I'm seeing a man alignments, so I've got this guy streaked up. I've got this comeback route here, and I got a table route underneath it. And really what I'm doing is I'm looking at this as my alert. Just in case it's a cover 3, I'll try to hit over the top. But it's really, for me, it's 1 and 2. And then I've got 3 on the back side here. I think I might have been looking at the leverage situation. I think I might have been looking at this as my 1 as my first read. So let's see what happens in this type of situation. Okay, so now his users are is taking away that reads right here. So streak, and I got a comeback route, which would be 2. And then I've got basically this levels concept off to the 3. So I go ahead and do the comeback route. And look at this broken tackles. Break 3 tackles to go ahead and take this house. I'm sure he was raging pissed in that type of situation because he had 3 guys and defenders in the area and no one actually tackled him. So up 7-0, get the ball back on offense. I got a turnover on defense. And now he starts shifting his line and readjusting his defense. So every time I make an adjustment, he readjusts and goes into different types of defenses. I'm seeing a man alignment, so I think what I did is I've seen him chase this guy and get out of position, and I think I'm going for the slant route, and I throw that, but I do not catch it. So just it wasn't placed correctly. I didn't rack it or basically get that play set up. So 2nd and 10. This is the play that I want to feature on this. Basically what I do is I streak this guy up, and what happens is this defender is going to get dumbed out. He's either going to come down and play this ball, and this guy's going to keep going up. These safeties are going to keep going up, and as a result, I'm going to be able to hit my opponent right here in this box with a lot of consistency. If the defender, for some particular reason, floats up, like he's got flat zones that are at like 25 or something like that, I'll just check it down underneath and just try to go ahead and pick up some, my 5 or 6 yards or maybe 10 yards with that. So watch the play in action. Got a motion, so that's going to show him some of the stuff I've been showing him earlier previously right here. And look what happens to the defender. This defender right here bites down on this flat route, and this guy is taking these 2 defenders up, leaving that area wide open. So see how this guy kind of froze? He stopped, and then he kept going. And these guys have to defend over the top because they're playing deep defensive things. Right here, I get a nice little completion with Robbie Chosey, break a couple more tackles, and go house again. So I'm sure he was raging in this type of situation. He was probably a little bit pissed off about that, but that's what I love about this play. It's just a really good play. So I ended up missing the field goal because there was some kind of an issue with the window. I couldn't time or see the actual window right there. So back at it again right here. I've got a comeback streak combat route concept, and then I've got basically slant flat table concept off for the right. So it allows me to attack either side of the field. Go back to the bubble right here. And what I love about these bubble plays is just gets your opponent to over pursue, and then sometimes it opens up the box. So right here, I think, let's see what I jump into. I think I stay in the speed option. Now, when I've got a bunch of defenders boxed up like this, my hope is that because I've got a single defender over here, my hope is these guys come down and bite. Because I know if he's got a single high safety, the single high safety he's got deep responsibility. Well, you can see this guy comes off on the edge. I'm able to get the pitch out. Fortunately for me, it's a CPU, so he's not going to get in position of that. And I'm just going to throw. I'm just going to go ahead and fling that ball out there. You can get, you know, between 5 and 10 yards. If there's no defenders out there, he's playing like a single high safety. So back at it right here, I had a huge hole right up the middle, but I'm running wide. I think I tried to cut it up, and his guys just fill the gaps. So I only pick up a couple yards on it, even though I had a monster hole right in the middle and completely missed it. I picked up 2 yards. That should have been a first down. So back at it again, going to slot angle post. Really, my progressions with this particular play, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. These are my progressions. I totally skipped these ones, and I started going for this. So I predetermined that I thought I had leverage right here, but unfortunately this guy's playing a hole coverage, and these angle routes play so sharp they go right into hole coverages. So if you ever have a guy that's running a lot of angle routes to you, run a cover 1 hole. You know, the reason why is that it's going to be a situation where you're going to have defenders are going to lock this up and actually get a guy here, so he has to wait for this route to get all the way over here before he can hit it. So angle route is just a simple adjustment. It's just a cover 1 hole, just dropping a defensive back into a zone right here. You can see I get away with one. That was a bad read, bad progression for me. I should have been reading from right to left on my progression. So he's showing me cover 2, and now I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the motion stutter go. Once again, streak this guy up, and my goal is to look to this area right here. That's what my goal is, based on the reads. My hope is that he doesn't make any kind of adjustments to the defense prior to the snap, but he doesn't. And then he basically clicks onto the wrong guy, gets on the defensive end. I'm able to go ahead and get myself a big hole shot right there and actually get the ball down. So do a bubble off to the other side, throw it out. He actually gets a nice defensive, you know, a pursuit angle on that. Do the bubble on the other side. Now he's over pursuing. You can see he's bringing his guy down, his safety down to play this, to get to take that out of his gameplay. So what that does is it just gives me better blocking on the backside. And you can see right here I'm able to go and run. I get a nice little angle. He misses the tackle, and I'm able to go ahead and get the ball into the end zone, going up by another score. So up by 2 possessions against them. And I'm going for a 2-point conversion, getting that. Probably should have shown that to you guys, but right here doing an inside zone type run, which I think was basically an off-tackle run. Back to the bubble again. He gets himself out of position. You can see right here I do the RPO. I give the ball to the running back on the RPO bubble and get myself another first down. So this is a bad play design. Basically it should be set up like so. I put a whip route out here on this particular play, and I've got this play that's over the top. My progression is this is my alert. If the safety goes down, I'm going to throw this. This is where I'm going to throw if the safety goes down. If the safety floats up, I should be looking at this outs as my number 1. This is my number 2, and this is my number 3, and then I'm going to throw that away based on this man look. However, for some particular reason, I left this swing route in here. I don't know why why I did that. That was just a bad play design with this. So, you know, I have this scheme built up, and I wasn't running it perfectly. But because this guy, you know, Hill really gets himself out of position, I could have thrown over the top here because there's really no safety top. But I like high percentage passes, and I like to go ahead and do these little whip routes. I actually probably got a bigger play if I would have looked over the middle of the field, but I just didn't. I was looking more to the outside, forcing my opponent to the outside. So back to the pitch play again. He misses a tackle. This is one of the great things about that speed option pitch play, is that it's very hard to stop. Press the look right here. So here's my progressions: 1, 2, 3, and then 4 based on this. Take a look at what we do with this. Go ahead and actually hit the angle route for the first time. That was my 3rd progression. I think he was playing man coverage across the board, and that means that there's no hole defender without a single high safety. So those are just little tendencies you need to pick up. Go back to RPO right there. Actually pick up you know, a couple yards, get a little bit closer. Then I jump into the speed option with a quick situation, and right here I'm going to go ahead and pitch into that. So raging. He's probably raging right now. He's probably pissed off about this offense. He probably didn't like it too much, and he ends up going and quitting out. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. If you do like these type of tips and schemes, go ahead. And if you want to see more of it, go to my Patreon. I'll be rolling out some more offensive and defensive tips for you guys to take a look at. Thank you for your support.